All right, guys. Well, it's been requested. We're gonna go for a drive in my newest acquisition, the '87 Dodge Shelby Charger. We're gonna take this car for a little ride. Got the GoPro set up in the car, so the quality will be better than this. This is kind of blotchy because my phone's junk. But all right, let's do it. Okay, I paused the video here. So if this is the beginning of the video, the reason why is the other aspect ratio is weird. And I kind of think it was. So we're gonna take off here from the lovely Doster store in Plainwell, Michigan. Dude, it's not fast, but I mean, damn, it ain't slow. I mean, the turbo really kicks you in the ass, if I'm honest. Okay, when I first got this car, I think maybe it had 87 octane in it. There's a deer. We're going to go just a little slower, because around here in Michigan, the deer be wild. Jesus, and sometimes they smack the side of your car. Let's just get out of here. Okay, so anyhow, yeah, turbo lag, yeah, it's real on this car, and I think it gives it a lot of character. It makes things just a little spicy. So, you know, it's got great mid-range torque and stuff like that, but man, between 3 and 4, the turbo really comes on, and yeah, it picks up. I mean, I've only kind of gotten on this car a little bit, nothing too crazy. I've ran it through the gears a few times, and it has the best punch, I think, in that mid-range, like 3 to 4,000s, when it really, you know, ramps up. I think peak power's around 5,200, and you know, that's fine. That's kind of just where it's at. It's a good torquey engine. It's over square in torque, 146 horse, 168 torque, 2,460 pounds. Very light, extremely light car. But it moves. At the next road here, we'll kind of yeah, we'll take it through its paces just a little bit. I don't know if you'll be able to see the speedometer or not. Maybe if you're watching on the big TV. So anyhow, yeah, the difference between this car and some of the stuff I've had previously, you know, let's say the Viper, the LT4, the BMW M Roadster, the Scat Pack, all those cars, totally different. Every car is different, you know. The Viper, amazing car. One of the most awesome cars I've ever owned. Totally amazing car. A lot of people will be like, why would you sell that and have this? Well, for financial reasons, of course. You know, it's a very expensive car. Very expensive to maintain. This thing, yeah, there's some stuff that's obsolete, but you can still build a stout 2.2 for cheap if something were to happen. And it's, honestly, this car's something I've really wanted for a long time as well, so. I don't know if you can hear that turbo noise. It sounds great. So this thing, yeah, it's super nibble. The sensation of speed is extremely high. I think it has something to do with the weight and the width of the car being kind of a narrow car. And it has a good, strong amount of grip, you know, 205, 50, 15s. Just put new tires on it, new front calipers, rotors, pads, and rubber brake lines. Or I should say brake hoses. And it runs and drives like a brand new car. 51,354 miles as we sit right now. Gotta wait for this guy. And I do love the asymmetrical power bulge, which is kind of like, it's functional. It's actually the clearance for the air intake and the air filter, but I'll straighten it out. I'll give it a little bit. I mean, that's 60. It's not a rocket ship, but that mid-range power, you know, that mid-range power is what really makes it fun when you're kind of running through the gears in a spirited fashion. I mean, again, not slow, not fast, but not slow. 0 to 60 in 7.5. You know, good enough to keep up with most of the V8 automatic offerings at the time. Maybe an IROC automatic, GTA automatic, a 5.0 auto, maybe, you know, close. A Turbo Coupe, Thunderbird Turbo Coupe, pretty close. SHO, close. I mean, those cars are, pretty much all those cars are just a little quicker, depending on configuration, but close. An automatic SHO, I think this would give a run for the money. Being, you know, a car would run 15.8. A Fiero GT would be a very close competitor, I think, in terms of performance. But again, drives phenomenally. I mean, it's insane. Honestly, this is, it's close to a new 87 Charger that I think I've ever been near for sure. And probably better, I mean, it's certainly better than most that exist. But again, I'm probably too deep in the car. I got like 11 grand in it, but you know, I'm in it, I'm driving it, I don't really care. I think it's worth it. It's really solid underneath. It drives really well. And fresh tires and brakes. I mean, yeah, I'm not mad about it. 2025 for something truly unique. I guess that's kind of par for the course. You know, if it's something you like. I lend myself towards stuff that's interesting. Over driver dynamic even, you know, the character of the car. But these are kind of a trip. I've gotten a few thumbs up in it, probably people that remember them from the period. There's always a tractor in Plainwell. There's always one. Yeah, and honestly, the seats are extremely comfortable. The ride quality is really comfortable for a 2,460 pound car. And I'm gonna guess it gets reasonable fuel economy. I've got 146 miles so far in this tank, and it's showing a little over 5/8 of a tank. So these are a pretty small tank. So I'm assuming I'm getting around 30 miles per gallon. Mostly I drive it pretty easy. You like those rattles? That's 1987, baby. But generally speaking, the rattles aren't bad. Those are some pretty aggressive railroad tracks. I'll probably avoid those in the future. But yeah, it's full 1987, man. Full 1987. Again, I love C4s, and for the money I've gotten this, I could get a pretty nice one. It's just, I've had so many, so I'm kind of just waiting for the right one to come along before I pull the trigger. And like I said before, that'd be like an 89 or a 90 Z51 manual, and that'd be pretty much it. That's really the ones I'm interested in at this time. They're being flagged. You're going. We're all very polite in Michigan, so it's always kind of a debate. You go first. No. No, you. It is a tough car to shift smoothly. It's very torquey and it's geared short, so I'm working on that. I think I'll get it eventually. Driver mod required. I would take it down the highway right now. There's an on-ramp right here, but Jesus. At 70, this thing's got to be over 3,000 RPM. I'm just not ready to scream it like that yet, I guess, for a constant speed. I kind of feel like, honestly, a lot of the squeaks and rattles come from the rear louvers. They just kind of ding, 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 ding. A little bit from the bezel around the dashboard, but that's okay. Brakes feel great. Yeah, turbo, right? Like 3 to 4 is when it really starts to come in kind of strong. Feels really punchy, which is fun. A lot of new cars, you know, they got a small amount of turbo lag, but it's really down low, so you don't notice. A lot of these new cars, turbos, they spool up and they're all in by like 2,000, which is objectively better. You know, you're getting more performance, you're getting quicker, but the sensation of turbo lag is kind of part of the visceral experience. You know, this is a different time. You know, turbos were thought of as a performance thing, not as an economy thing per se. You know, so it's almost like a gimmick. Like, hey, it's the, you know, it's the Charger, it's the Shelby, and it's the turbo one. Yeah, man, it's not an 83 or an 84, it's the turbo one. That's cool. Now everything's turbocharged. It's not a big deal anymore. You know, you go get turbocharged Kias, Hyundais, every damn thing. But when I was a kid, it's like, dude, oh yeah, he's got a Daytona, it's a turbo, or he's got a Mustang, it's an SVO turbo, or he's got a Thunderbird, it's a turbo coupe. Turbo was synonymous with cool as hell. I mean, that's just what it was. It's a fun car. And you know, I believe these things pulled around 0.83 or 0.84 G's on the skid pad new, which for a front wheel drive car at the time, hey man, you know, honestly, I love Fox bodies, love all the 80s stuff, but this definitely, it 100% pulls more lateral G's than a Fox body Mustang, which isn't saying much. There's a cat, good lord, I would never hit a cat, came out of nowhere. More G's than a Fox body for sure. You know, those are pretty tail happy anyway, really fun cars. But this thing, you know, it was a contender in '87, man. I mean, if you were looking sub 10 grand in '87, believe it or not, there wasn't a ton of options. I mean, you could get a Cavalier up over 10 grand by that time. Yeah, you could spend some money really quick, and same with an Escort GT. You know, it'd be right around that 10 mark. This was kind of the outcast, but yeah, if you kind of get the turbo spooled and then just get in it a little bit, yeah, you really feel it punch. Oh, son of a bitch. What the fucking farmers. It's okay. It's okay. It can get wet. Obviously, I just literally pressure washed the whole underside the other day. Normally it doesn't rattle this much. This is a dog shit road, by the way. I mean, it has expansion joints every 8 inches, so it's just terrible. Absolutely terrible. But yeah, so soon here I'll be doing the timing belt and the tensioner. I've got plugs, wires, cap rotor, miscellaneous stuff. I'm debating on if I want to put one of those performance, you know, from Ford Performance or front wheel drive performance, I'm not sure which it's actually called. They offer some calibrations for these factories, like 8 pounds boost with a 9 pound overboost. You can actually get a 12 pound calibration. I'm a little bit leery of that, even with new injectors and a fuel pump. It's a lot of boost for a hot air car with, you know, gas pistons. So I don't know if I'm going to do that right away. But all right, getting ready to pull up to the house here. I appreciate you guys watching. You know, again, like I've said before, this is kind of a special car. Please comment, you know, if you have ever had any experience with these, if this brings back memories, if you love them, if you hate them, if you had one, you know, let me know. I love to hear stuff about cars and share that stuff with people. So all right guys, thanks for watching, have fun, and I guess if you're into this, keep your eye out for more content. If you're not subscribed, I guess please do if you want to see more. But back her up here. Another thing I love about this car is the tight turning radius. Good lord. All right, thanks for watching guys, and have fun.